Hello, Boxing World. Welcome to Boxing Block Center. Well, after the demands made by Deontay a few years ago, you know, a lot of fans are not saying that it is time for Joshua to freeze out water. I mean, just forget about this guy and move on. Should Joshua do that? Joshua has had to deal, with Water's bullshit, especially Water using his name to build up his profile, the profile which really got raised up, but financially hasn't really benefited Water yet. So fans are like saying now that Joshua should freeze him out, freeze him out, and that he shouldn't, even think about fighting a guy, or because this guy is gonna waste his time. Well, I want to give my thoughts, my sincere thoughts. Joshua talked about doing this, was it not last year or early this year, where he talked about, freezing Water out if Water keep playing games. So since last year, there's been back and forth, of this old Joshua Water negotiation saga, because Water wants to hand as much money as he wants against Joshua, because he knows that if Joshua knocks him out, his career will definitely be over. This guy just gonna be living large life and then finish. I laugh in Chinese. Well, that's the truth. So my advice to Joshua would be to not freeze him out yet, to give him a chance, another chance after the Fury fight. And after the Fury fight, 2 months in, if Water beats Fury, we don't know. Fury can support the party. Because Fury, I know Fury is not at his best. But nevertheless, this guy might just bore us all to death, by hogging Water, doing a Klitschko, doing it the way he did the Klitschko, and then winning the fight. Like, it wouldn't be entertaining, but is a win is a win. And Waddle, with a loss on his record, is going to really have a very bad effect on his career, and he knows that. Joshua can lose and still come back. We all know that. But against Water, I think Joshua will beat Water easily. I mean, Joshua's just too scared, just too coordinative, just too organized. I mean, this guy, he's improving on his boxing skills every day. Deontay Wilder has no boxing skills because he doesn't want to improve on it. It just depends on his right hand and his power and all that. Maybe that's the reason why he's trying to start this fight out, so that by the time he gets knocked out by Joshua, then he will go into retirement and enjoy life with the money that he's made, right? I think Joshua should give him time and not freeze him out yet. After the Fury fight, if he beats Fury, then they can continue talking about the fight. But if Deontay Wilder will keep playing the games that he's playing right now, demanding ridiculous amount of percentage to fight Joshua when he's not even known and not the A side and hasn't even hand up to 4 million per fight before. So Joshua would definitely move on and forget about this guy. And then there are other, the good thing is that there are other top heavyweight contenders coming up. Imagine Efe Ajagba versus Anthony Joshua in Lagos. In the Lagos Stadium, where more than 100 or something thousand people will watch it live. Imagine, that's why Efe Ajagba's profile needs to be raised, needs to be, raised. I mean, it has to be done now, not later, because later it'll be too late. If a is still young now, he needs to raise his own profile now. And by signing with Heyman isn't going to make that, or Richard Schaefer, the bomb of a promoter. That is why if he has signed with Eddie Hearn, his profile will be definitely, up there right now. So, and imagine that fight, Joshua versus Ajagba in Nigeria, maybe 4 or 5 years time. I know Joshua will, maybe be at the, maybe I think Joshua will be at the peak of his career at the time, because Joshua is not really in his prime yet. Yeah, he's a unified heavyweight champion, but he's not his prime yet. He's still learning. Imagine after Joshua masters every skills, every tactics, it's gonna be very hard to beat this guy, believe me. So there are other heavyweight contenders who are coming up that Joshua can fight. So Wilder's time is going. The guy is like 33 years old now, and he's still trying to, price himself out, and I don't know. It's just crazy. But I think Joshua should give him a second chance. Maybe a third chance. If Deontay Wilder keep playing games, then I would say freeze him out. But right now I would say give him a chance. Maybe a second chance. After a fair fight. So after a fair fight, if they keep playing games, then just freeze him out and move on. Let this guy keep fighting for peanuts. And yeah. Because what matters to Joshua is just that belt. That belt is what matters to Joshua. Joshua needs and wants the WBC belt to become the undisputed. So that's the reason why it's just, giving Wilder a chance. But Wilder is playing all these games because he knows that without that belt, he's nothing. Wilder without a belt would be nothing. Joshua, before he had the belt, was already getting the balls and getting a lot of attention. Wilder was a champion then, but got no attention. So that's why I say Joshua is just a natural born star. You could see the Nigerian blood in him. You can see that the guy thinks like a Nigerian businessman. Like Dangote. So definitely. And very cool, calm, collective, and yeah. Anyway, what do you guys think? Give it a thumbs below, like the video, share, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Cheers, everyone.